Hello, we thought we would introduce a slightly different angle on conversations with John. So we're going to have the first of what might be a series of Ask John questions, and I'm going to take them straight from recent questions on the YouTube channel. First up, John, Future WWE asks, is it a Catholic church?
It's a Church of England. Well, all churches work. Catholic, which actually means universal, doesn't it? Before the Reformation, which was when? 15 or 1600 or something? When, rather like with Brexit now, England wanted to go independent. So we said bye-bye to the Pope in Rome and formed the Church of England, and have done it our own way ever since. So it was, of course, to begin with, part of the universal church, but now it's...
So this is a Brexit church?
You could compare it. Church of England church, yes. I think in America it's called the Episcopalian, isn't it?
I have no idea what Episcopalian means.
Well, I didn't either until I asked, and someone said it's the Church of England in America.
What's in a name?
What's in the name, exactly?
Diego Apalategui, forgive me the pronunciation, Diego, asks, why all the hammering and slamming? Is this the noisiest church in England?
Well, and some people are obviously very sensitive to this. I hardly noticed it myself. And I wonder, really, but obviously it bothers some people. I'm sorry about that. Well, all I can say is that the church door is open and people come in and out, and some people feel they have to bang about a bit.
I think our biggest challenge last summer was when we had the massed lawn mowers outside, 3 lawn mowers on the go at the same time, cutting the grass.
Well, I do emphasise this isn't a film studio. We're just sitting here in this public space, the church, and people. The doors are open and people come and go.
Anybody can come in and do. Astro Creep 76 says this. I am what I would describe as spiritually atheist, but I would dearly love to be able to talk this through with John, as I think my worldview is very different and yet very similar. What would you say to Astro Creep 76, who calls himself a spiritual atheist? Nice term.
Well, by all means, come and welcome. I'm not very good at talking through things. I'm better at being silent. But it's extraordinary how talkative people can come here and sit in silence and somehow find it no longer quite so necessary to talk. It's a funny thing how all sorts of problems seem to sort of melt away in the presence of stillness. But anyone's welcome to come and try to talk. I'm not very good at answering. I might smile and try to listen.
John, I would say that you welcome all comers. I don't think I've heard you make the distinction between spiritual or non-spiritual, Christian, non-Christian, religious, non-religious. It seems to be of little interest to you.
Very little interest. I've always thought that some of the most spiritual people I've ever met wouldn't hardly know what was meant by the word. Yes, I'm not too impressed by names or descriptions of people who think they're this or that.
You don't do classifications like that, do you?
No, not really, no. All, as I was taught and found in experience, the only thing that really seems to matter in this business is sincerity. I usually, sooner or later, get round to the question, what do people really want? What do you really want? And that's a good indication. One can move from there.
This thing about, did you say sincerity? What jumped into my mind was, remember you went on a road trip in California for first of all the Mojave and Death Valley, but then you did a loop back through, I think, Montana, and what I remember very clearly was your sheer delight hanging out with the cowboys on the prairie. You might call them the priests of the prairie.
I'm sure they would. That's the last thing they'd like to be called. But yes, I've always felt that just simple, ordinary, simple, ordinary, what might be called common people were often the most genuine and closest to God, and all these clever people would go around talking about it. Yes, I've always felt that. Yes, I've always felt it. I think most at ease amongst those sort of people and among clever people.
You and Jarvis Cocker both. Jarvis Cocker sings a song, Common People. Yes, common people like me, he sings. I want to live like common people.
I think my own natural preferences are always for that sort of thing, that sort of way of life. As a farmer, I always just worked with my hands and lived simply. I've a gut instinct for simplicity. I distrust complexity, both in lifestyles and thought.
There's the acronym KISS. Keep it simple, stupid.
Keep it simple, stupid. Well, yes, I'm into that. I'm a great believer in that. I remember my great delight when it began to sink in that one of the ways you can describe God is utter simplicity. Here and now.
Where else could God be other than here and now?
There is the one, you see, one undivided spiritual presence which contains all the multiplicity of this world.
Well, that was our first Ask John session here in church, and if it proves popular, we may very well do it again. So if you've got a question that you'd like to ask John, get onto the YouTube channel and add your comment. Yes, add your question as a comment, and we'll see you next time.